I know, this is super controversial, and I almost didn't make this video because it sounds so, like, not nice. And I think there's pressure to make these super positive videos about people with borderline personality disorder. I totally get it, but it has big implications. And although we have empathy and compassion for how these people got BPD in the first place and the fact that it can be hard to cure, it also makes a great impact on those who are around BPDs. It can be extremely damaging to those people too. And some of the behaviors of someone with BPD can be misunderstood by people who do not have it in multiple ways, in non-compassionate ways, but in also very deeply confusing ways where they don't understand, why is this person acting this way? Why are they treating me this way? So it is a point of enlightenment. Yes, people with BPD will dig through your things, and not all of them, but some of them will do that. So that's just something that you need to be aware of. Just leaving your things out nilly-willy, leaving your purse around somebody with BPD. And I know this is going to be offensive because a lot of people with borderline personality disorder would never dig through your things. They have no interest. They don't care. They don't think that way. But there are some people with BPD who do think this way. They can get into a very frantic state and start digging through your things. I know someone right now who works with somebody with BPD who has a key to her office, which she hates. And this person brought someone else into the room, and the BPD came up with an excuse to dig through this person that I know's purse, her feminine items, her personal belongings, and she felt very humiliated by that. And the person that the BPD brought into the room confessed it to their boss and said, well, we looked through so and so's personal things because she said that, I don't know, just some random, like she might have had some things that we could donate. Why are you digging through somebody's purse? And there are definitely, this is not the only case of this. There are BPDs who will dig through your purse and dig through your personal belongings like they're trying to find something. And I know, you know what? Just to be fair, how many times have we been in romantic relationships and people have dug through your lover's things? Like you're digging through his phone, you're digging through his wallet, you're digging through his drawers. I remember having a friend who started digging through her husband's drawers and found out that he was having an affair. She found out that he had owed. I know somebody else who dug through their husband's things and found that he owed thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to all kinds of all kinds of issues. So romantically speaking, I think many people have been guilty of this. Why would somebody dig through their spouse's things? Is because they have a suspicion. They want to prove themselves wrong, that okay, this person is not really cheating on me, but let me dig just in case. Let me just see what's going on here. Let me see if I can find some evidence so that I can relax. So then can we apply that same principle to somebody who has BPD? Because they will do that to someone that they're very attached to, not just a romantic partner, but the person that they are trying to attach to, their favorite person. They will dig through their things. There was another person I know who had somebody with descriptions of BPD that took their phone. I don't remember the whole circumstances, but they took their phone out of their hands and then went and started digging through the person's phone. And this was a colleague, this was a coworker, until they finally had to make an announcement to the person, hello, can you bring so-and-so's phone back? And I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know what they were looking for, but that's not typical behavior. And it does the opposite of what you are trying to do, which is build trust. I think any friendship, any relationship, it has to be built on trust. And when you go, and there are some borderlines listening to this, and you know that I'm telling the truth about you, that you have dug through friends' things, family members' things, and it feels icky. It feels like a violation. Like, why is my friend or my cousin digging through my purse? Like, it just feels icky. So if you're doing that, that is, you do not have permission to do that. I'm telling you that right now. You do not have permission to dig through anybody's personal belongings. So someone with borderline personality disorder might dig through another person's personal belongings for several reasons, often linked to their emotional state and interpersonal dynamics. So the number one is a fear of abandonment. They may feel insecure about their relationships and search for reassurance or evidence of loyalty. That's the key. They want to know, are you loyal? Will you stick by me? They may not even know what they're looking for, but they're trying to find a sense of loyalty, that this person can be trusted, because to take a risk with you, to risk you leaving me is huge. So I need proof that you are a safe person. Trust issues. Individuals with BPD often struggle with trust, leading them to seek out information that might confirm their fears or suspicions. Emotional dysregulation. Intense emotions can drive impulsive behaviors, including invading someone's privacy. Seeking connection. They might feel a desperate need to connect and believe that personal items can provide insight into the other person's feelings or thoughts, or what you like, what you dislike. And then there's an impulsivity. BPD is associated with impulsive actions without fully considering the consequences, leading to boundary violations. So understanding these behaviors can be complex, and they often stem from deep-seated emotional struggles rather than malicious intent. I just want to say I can feel the shame that somebody with BPD feels right now watching this video for doing those kinds of things. They feel deep shame. Like it doesn't feel good to have those types of urges. A lot of times BPDs feel very shameful for what they've done, but they're so strongly driven. And like I said, the only way that the side-by-side comparison would be a romantic interest. How many people have dug through their romantic interest's phone to see if they can find evidence of something, or to be nosy, or to figure something out? So a lot of people can be guilty of this. It's just, I think it's rare that someone who does not have a personality disorder would dig through a friend's purse, or maybe they would, I don't know, but I think that would be very rare. Like, it's just something that's off limits. So if you are a BPD and you have dug through someone's things, I'm telling you right now, it is unacceptable, and you do not have permission to do that. So you need to satisfy that urge in another way, because that's not how you build trust. And what you're going to do is you're going to sabotage the very thing or the very person that you want to be in your life. So keep that in mind. And then also, if you have a borderline in your life, that's something that you need to think about. Like, they could dig through your personal belongings. So and the bottom line too is, you really need to get to know people before you just hand over complete trust in anybody, because you might think, wow, this person seems like the nicest person in the world. They seem so safe. I'm going to let them watch my house. I'm going to leave. I would say be a little careful with that. So, hey, beautiful people. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what topics you want me to explore next. Your feedback means so much to me. Let's keep this adventure going. Don't break up with me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Check out my books on Amazon for insights on enhancing your love life, navigating narcissistic personalities, and exploring the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. Links are in the description. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.